In today's video, I'm rating the fairly famous YouTuber named Teacher's Game 2, which I think most Ark players have probably heard of. I myself know him from having a video sent from a former tribe mate that finally made me understand that the mutations can actually move from base stat to base stat. You know, PvE stuff. Based on this whole tribe's base, I wouldn't say any of them has played a lot of PvP. So in this video I'm going to give some constructive advice about how this base could have been better. The first mistake you can already kind of see here. I'm right above the rat hole and I'm able to place all the spam I want, etc. They didn't have any spam whatsoever out there or inside by the entrance. Even just a few thin pillars or something would have done a whole lot to stop me from setting up a fob right above them, which would have been annoying for me because then I would have to swim much further each time to get back and forth. And now, well, since the raid was over in about 30 minutes, they didn't really have a lot of time to come online, but even if they did, I did have turrets shooting straight down into the entrance. So if they had just placed a few thin pillars along the sides, it wouldn't really have blocked the turrets, but it would have blocked me from building like I am right now. The actual raid. The first thing I tried was a tech shark. It didn't work out too well because I couldn't really get an angle down there, and the shark obviously can't move through that hole right there. So all I ended up getting was one tech turret, which did tell me one thing though, that I could check the ammo count with the Orphan Spyglass, or at least I could for this one tech turret, which you will see in a second. And it turned out it was only 600 ammo in each turret. So after seeing that, I just went back to the base and grabbed a bunch of carbos to test out the turret settings. And this kind of leads to mistake 2 and 3. How 2 is the ammo count was very low, which might just be because I didn't play a whole lot. But there's no such excuse for mistake number 3, which is the turret settings. Every single one of the turrets are set to survivors and tames, which means it is very easy to just soak them out completely with carbos in a very short amount of time, especially if they have a slow ammo count as they do. And that was basically the two main reasons I could solo offline this base in the span of 30 minutes. And yeah, I basically just kept throwing in carbos until they were soaked. Obviously cryo-segging them isn't a great idea, but at least it gave a feel for how many turrets were shooting. And yeah, eventually I popped out a tech shark in there and went for the one Jenny, which is the next mistake, which I think is mistake number 4 at this point. They only had one Jenny. And honestly, I could have went for that way earlier, but yeah, I mean, it was much quicker than I expected it to be already, so I didn't really think I had soaked as much as I had already. But yeah, as you can see, the whole thing just turned off when I destroyed that one Jenny. But immediately after I drowned, of course, so yeah, I had to go back. But yeah, you see me going into that base, and that is the next and I think last mistake. They have no internals. I mean, if they had a backup generator in here somewhere and some internals that would have added to the time it would have taken to raid this. And that's really the 5 mistakes. Here you see me killing all their neutral carbos, which went after me. I almost actually lost a shark to that. So, but after these carbos were dead, all that was really left was looting. Which was really actually quite nice. They were pretty stacked. I think most notably we got a 64 health Spino stat as a base stat, which was quite nice. And yeah, they had a good little chunk of resources and stuff like that as well. So I really hope I wasn't too much of a dick this video. And if Teach or his tribe mates end up watching this video, I hope they wouldn't be insulted. I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber or anything. I mean, I obviously don't have the voice or the charisma, and probably not the editing skills for it either. So I'm really just making these videos as documentation for our alpha application. Although admittedly I did put a little more effort into this one than I normally would. And I mean, it would be kind of fun if people actually watched these videos and, you know, talk shit or about how we're rating or whatever they decide to do.